Alright guys, for to inform you guys about my mistake here, I actually have recorded about half of the video and then, or half of the voiceover, and then I just figured out that my mic wasn't on. So that was a waste. That was a waste of my emotions and all of my just a waste of my time and voice and everything. But anyways, here it is, the update video to the last video. We have finally proceeded on to chapter 4, and we have proceeded much further in chapter 4, and I just wanted to update you guys on my progress. So, I mean, in the beginning of this series, or this like long-running sporadic series here, I wanted to do like at least one island per video, but obviously that at this point that doesn't seem feasible or practical at all to actually do that, because well, these runs are just getting longer. They're getting harder and more harder to just progress the story, because every time all of the tasks take a lot longer to do, and it's just have to spend time through multiple generations to actually build up your skill and actually proceed with the story. So I think I'm on like 120-ish generations. I think last video we were at 99 or 100, so it has been a long time, but it doesn't feel like it has been a long time because I haven't proceeded much at all. I'm still stuck in chapter 4. So chapter 4 is like, oh my god, it's just so damn difficult. I'm just gonna like explain things as we move on here with the quote-unquote early game here. Right now I'm like in the beginning of chapter 3, right? But chapter 3 it's actually pretty long, and then you have to go to chapter 4, and then that's like another exponential increase because of the doubling of your health decay, and then it's just, I feel like it's just a whole another level in chapter 4. But there are just so many fights in chapter 4, with the optional and the mandatory fights. The mandatory fights are kinda easy, they're fine, but the optional fights are where it's at, because you want to do all of the optional contents or the optional tasks, because those optional tasks can actually help you later on. They are actually pretty helpful for your skills, either to increase the multiplier for your skills, or like indirectly or like increase your skill level. But like, because they're pretty difficult, so they can increase your skill level much faster. So yeah, those are pretty hard, and I don't think it's in this run, but I have been able to actually get all 6 gems in the pyramid. So that is a good thing. That is now that I got that done, like I can actually continue, and then I can firmly say that I have this completed. All I'm gonna do now is reduce the time. So every generation after this would be, okay, I know that I can do this in this specific order, and then I do this in this specific order, and then my time will be reduced, and then everything, and then I can proceed on with like further more tasks further on in the story, so on and so forth. So another point I want to mention is that in chapter 3, at the end of chapter 3, after you reach the top of the mountain, there are, I guess, 3 optional tasks that you can do, which is fight the lizard, fight the baby dragon, and fight the elder dragon. I was able to do the fight the lizard task. That doubles your health gain after you die. So that was, I think I did that in the last video. And in this, I guess not in this specific run, but I was able to actually beat the baby dragon, or successfully complete the baby dragon task in a more recent run. So that now is just complete, and so that is a good thing there. So that doubles your health decay or health gain after you die again. So that's 4 times already. And if I'm able to beat the elder dragon, that's 8 times from that one optional task, or not one optional task, but like one area optional task. So you do all 3 at the same time. You increase your health gain by 8 times, and that is like, that'll propel you forward into the story much faster, because you're actually able to survive much longer in future generations. So on screen right now is my Go teachings. I actually I have turned off Parrot and Go teachings. I think I have turned off Parrot teachings right here because there isn't a single person to talk to and use the social skill at all. Probably there will be something after the pyramids. I'm pretty sure that'll be. I'm feeling that after the pyramids it will be chapter 5, because the pyramid is just really long, and you have to enter the crypt. I still haven't gotten out of the pyramid. That's something that I still have to work on. You have to enter, do all of the 3 temples, enter the crypt, complete the crypt somehow, and then exit the crypt on the other side or something like that. But all of those tasks, they don't require social skills, so I have been neglecting social for a bit, just so that I can actually complete these other tasks and spend more time on these other tasks that are key to actually completing the pyramid faster. And then afterwards, if I do actually need the social skills, I would actually just go back and do the Parrot teachings. Yeah, I guess the Parrot teachings is the only one that helps you. Oh yeah, and then of course there's the necklace or the ring from the pyramids that helps with your social skills. So So yeah, there are plenty of ways to increase your social level after, even if you don't if you have been neglecting the skill like me here. But regardless, with that being said, I have not completed the baby dragon in this specific run, and I've just continued onwards to the pyramids. As you can see, like, I'm actually hunting and cooking these vultures pretty fast. It's pretty fast. It's going pretty well here. Hunting, like, I'm actually not worried much with hunting, or like, hunting is fine, digging is fine, farming is fine. Like, the only thing that I have a little bit of worry is the wood cutting. Wood cutting is like, it's the lowest right now, even lower than fishing, because there isn't much wood to be cut. The only thing that requires, the only task that requires wood cutting is the cutting or carving out. Is it carving out or cutting out the gem in the sapphire pyramid? In the sapphire pyramid, you do need to cut out the gem using wood cutting. But other than that, there's no other need for wood cutting. So it's kind of slow there. It's slow for wood cutting. But anyways, like, all the other skills are fine. So I assume it's gonna be fine regardless, but I do want more tasks that require wood cutting so I can actually get that wood cutting up. But like, my fishing has surpassed the wood cutting skill, so it's like, because of the fishing in the Sapphire Temple, all of the fishing that is needed, it's like just getting that skill up and up and up. So yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that something here is that if it's the first time you reach the crypt, after you reach the crypt and enter the crypt, you are met with this very dangerous, very difficult fighting beast thing. I don't remember what it is. I think it's just a scorpion. But I think it's like 2.5k health decay, and then 3 to 5 minutes. And I know it's a pretty long range, but 3 to 5 minutes at 100k combat level, so it's pretty difficult. It's a pretty difficult fight, so you probably won't be able to proceed when you first reach the crypt. But so what I have done is I've done the training first with the order like Emerald, Ruby, and then Sapphire in this order, so that I can actually train my farming, all that stuff first, and then go to Ruby, get the hut, and then go to Sapphire to finish it off, get the fishing, get any gems afterwards, just so that I can build some small shrine. I can build a small shrine, potentially build a gem pendant. But what I figured out was that I was able to get all 6 gems with the ordering. I just changed the ordering of the temples, the orderings that I do the temples in, and then I was able to get all 6 gems. I don't think you can get all 6 gems with Sapphire, Ruby, Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire. It's very difficult to get all 6 gems in this order, but I have done it with Sapphire, Sapphire, Emerald, and Ruby, and I was able to get all 6 gems to actually build all of the 3 construction here: the gemstone ring, the small shrine, and the gem pendant. But if you can't do any, like, if you have the option to do at least 5 of these, I feel like the gemstone ring is not that it's not that important right now, so you can probably skip it. The small shrine is really good to double your health. That's really good. The gem pendant is really good at just increasing every single skill by 10%. That increases the speed that you do every single task. Like, I'm not sure it's gonna be 10%, but that'll just increase the speed of every single task that you do afterwards. So that is like, probably you should prioritize it. If you can, first prioritize it and then do the small shrine afterwards, because if you do the gem pendant, the small shrine will be faster, right? So here, so for this specific run, I have not done the Sapphire, Emerald, and Ruby this sequence, but that is just something that I have discovered after this run that I want to share with you guys, just so that there is, for those of you who are either on the same level as me here, or earlier than me, like on like chapter 3 or chapter 4 and earlier, that this is just something I have discovered, and yeah, maybe it'll be just make your lives a little bit easier, and you don't have to grind as much. But I mean, this game is just a game of grinding, and then the more time you spend, the more rewards you will get. So, finding the chameleon here, it's a health decay is actually at 2. So that's 2k, not 2k. So it's fine. It's actually pretty okay. But I found that the finding the crocodile in the Sapphire Temple is actually at 3k health decay. So there is something, like, I feel like there's something wrong there, because you have to make a choice between the 3 temples, and every single temple basically should be on the same difficulty. And I feel like the Sapphire Temple overall is just more difficult than the Emerald Temple. You're right, because like, the Emerald Temple, it's okay. So you have to pass a spike trap, which it's pretty easy to pass, and then you can get the gem already. For the Emerald Temple, you have to roll. First you have to sail in the temple, and then after you sail at some distance, you have to fight some piranhas. And then those piranhas are at 1.5k, which is more than the scarabs in the Ruby Temple. So there's that, and then the crocodiles, after you get the gem out, it's more than the chameleon in the Emerald Temple. So I feel like all of the tasks in the Sapphire Temple are just more difficult than the rest of the 2 temples, but I guess that is the game. There is some balancing issue here, but I feel like it's just fine. There's no real like issue here, but if you want to just level up your skills, do the Emerald Temple first, because I think that is the easiest to do and easiest to actually level up your skills, because you can do more tasks. You actually have more tasks to do, and then you can proceed from there. But the other one, and then you can do the ruby and then the sapphire, like I said earlier. But if you actually have the levels and then you can actually tank the 3k health decay, then as I said before, you can actually go back and then change the orders again and do sapphire, emerald, and ruby. This way you can actually just get all 6 gems. So what I guess, I think there's not much left to say, but what I'm gonna just say here is that I guess I will just say something to fill in the time here, but I feel like the tripling the health with the belt in the mines is really good. You actually want to go into the mines instead of going down the river, because the river doesn't have much at all, and then I think it just has like, I think it gives you the option to build some cocoa wood souls, and then you can pick some bananas, and that's about it. So there's not really too much that you can do on the other side with the waterfall and the river, the river and the waterfall. But in the mines, you can actually get a belt. You have you can build the iron stick to improve your combat. Improving your combat, I think it's always nice because it shortens every single fight that you have to do, and there are a lot of fighting in the pyramids, so that is something that you probably would need to have. And of course, the tripling the health would mean that you can survive longer, and the longer you survive, the better your current run will be, and then the better your future runs will be, because you survive longer. The health gain that you receive after death is just that much better, and because of all of the doubling of your health through all of the tasks, like the killing the lizard, killing the baby dragon, or killing the elder dragon, or entering the pyramid, or like all of these health doubling, or I'm not sure, does killing the octopus give you double your health or not? I don't remember, but anyways, so all of these tasks, they double your health, and then every single double is an exponential increase. So you want more doubling, and then you also want more base, because that base, even 1 point of increase will get exponentially increased. So you want your base to be much higher, so you want to survive as long as possible. So right now, I guess in this run here, I'm seeing that I'm doing the small shrine right now, and the reason that I'm not doing the gem pendant is that I just can't really do the gem pendant, and I just want the double health, like better than nothing, right? Just get the double health as soon as possible, and then I don't have to worry about it later. Yeah, I feel like this game as a whole, it's like I haven't been able to play much at all because I have been focusing more with Elden Ring, and like I just like it's a AAA game. It's more fun, of course, than this text-based game. But sometimes I do want to just relax a little bit and then not be frustrated with Elden Ring. So I just opened this game up. Increlution, it's very good at just passing some time, relaxing a little bit, put Increlution up on the computer, and I have my iPad to watch some streams or some YouTube videos, and yeah, like that is just something that I do sometimes, just to relax a little bit, and also advance the story in Increlution here. I mean, essentially, Increlution is it's a automatic game. Then it plays on its own. You only have to click once you reach that. Once you reach your, I guess, your peak, quote unquote, peak performance level, and then you just click, and then you watch it go. But it is really good at when you're watching something, but then, like for me, I feel like even though I'm watching something, I feel like I should also be doing something as well. Like, so I have this game up just on the side, just to play it a little bit, and then just as something that I'm doing. Even though I'm watching a YouTube video or a stream or something like that. Yeah, so yeah, as you can see, I'm finally entering the Sapphire Temple. It's like actually catching the yield here is still pretty slow, as you can see, but it's only the first couple that are really slow because I have to increase the generation level, because like all of the previous fishing tasks, they can't really they're done really fast, so they don't increase the generation level that much anymore. But yeah, it's just that I feel like this Sapphire Temple is just it's like this final task that you have to do before you can enter the crypt. But if you reverse it and then you do the Sapphire Temple first, because you're at a lower health decay level, you can actually do this, just complete all of the explorations without worrying about fishing at all. Like, you just do all of the explorations first. Don't worry about catching the eel, because you have some vultures already. Maybe you catch, like, maybe you just catch 20 eel, you cook the eel, and then you do all of the exploration. I think you can actually do all of the exploration without catching more eel, even including the fighting off the crocodile. I mean, at my level here, like I think around 100 110k health. I think around that much health, and then with all of the matching skill level, that is probably the way to just finish off the Sapphire Temple as quickly as possible. And then because you're catching your yield, your skill, or your jobs here, they transfer onto other temples. Like you can catch the yield in like the Emerald Temple, for example, and then you can just gather all of your food in the Emerald Temple, and then you can proceed on with your tasks in the other temples. So that's like what I've been doing. But so yeah, it's anyways. But it's like whatever, because I mean you can just do whatever you want. Explore options. There are like multiple different options. There is probably an optimized way to do this, but of course it is a game in the end, and exploration in games is always fun. Just explore different ways to make it more efficient. This is just my way here. It may not be too efficient, but I think it's just because I'm able to collect all 6 gems, I'm happy because yeah, like I can collect all 6 gems even like because even though I wasn't able to do so before. So something that I guess it's a little bit annoying is that the dig clay skill here is like you can dig your clay aside from the ruby temple, but just digging some clay doesn't really do much without the clay hut or the small shrine. So it's like, oh my god, I just have this. I might have to spend some time. It might just automatically dig clay without me noticing it. But that's why its priority is at low, because I don't want it turned off. So because like when I build my hut, like I want it to be automatic, but because it's at low, sometimes if all other skills have been maxed, this dig clay will automatically go, which can be annoying, but yeah, I mean it is what it is. But like I think if you automate every single, like all of the explorations in the temple here, all of the explorations will go, because you will be putting them at moderate priority level, moderate or high priority level, and then just those will just go, and then your dig clay will just sit there. So yeah, the pull in gemstone here instead of pull out gemstone, it's just a fishing skill. I think because of this, my fishing skill has increased a lot. My woodcutting is just lacking behind, even though for the other gemstone you do need woodcutting. But because there is also the cash yield skill there, that has increased my fishing by a lot. This was what I was saying, the fight the crocodile here. The fighting the crocodile, it's like, it's just this monumental task. It feels like this monumental task to do. That's why I'm just not doing it in this run here. But I have done it shortly after this run. So what I'm gonna do is I will be making another video. I will try make another Increlution video a few days after this. So after this video has been released, so that I can show you guys the proper way to do this. The proper way to get all six gems, so that you can actually get all 6 gems, get all of the construction, the gemstone ring, the gem pendant, and the small shrine, all of them completed, and then you might be able to fight the scorpion. Maybe I think there is some, maybe around 10 generations between getting all of the construction done to actually killing the scorpion. So there is a little bit of more time to actually kill off the scorpion. But hopefully after killing off the scorpion, there won't be any more fights. Hopefully, as we've seen before with the pirate ship, that's a lot of fighting. I don't know, but hopefully there won't be too many more fights after the scorpion. So let's hope that there's not too many more fights after the scorpion. So what I'm doing here is I'm just catching eel, cooking eel, catching eel, and just doing all of the food stuff, and then and just avoid fighting the scorpion here. I mean, I think I do eventually run out of space, and then I have to fight the scorpion regardless, because there's no other task to do. So that's why I'm just delaying the inevitable. But I mean, it is what it is. You do need to farm those skills up, level those skills up, and then the faster you do them in the future, the faster you will get to these later tasks, and then you can actually do them. So I think this is like similar to the end here. I don't think I will talk too much longer than this, but I feel like I've been just repeating the same thing over and over again, and there's not much new information being said. So I feel I'm just gonna leave here, and I will leave you guys to me doing the same task over and over again. It's like, I feel like I'm just going a little bit crazy here, doing the same tasks and repeating the same tasks, hoping for some change.